When most people discuss problems of politics and governance in their country, they often think it unnecessary for anyone to bring the United States into the conversation. Most people want to discuss their political problems within the context of their own country because the problems are seen as a result of systems pertaining to their country alone, since such systems were designed by their country's founders or other relevant actors. What most people do not realize, however, is that many of the systems of governance that we have in various countries today were inspired by a design that was implemented by the United States centuries ago. The United States also took inspiration from others in the past in designing their systems, but the design they eventually came up with in the late 1700s became the actual blueprint for many modern governments today. It became the template around which various other countries came up with their own modifications for governments. To understand the fundamental problems of many of these systems, therefore, it is necessary to understand the thinking or theoretical bases and ideals on which the United States system, and thus all subsequent systems, were built. The UK system has also had major influence on other countries once colonized by it, including the US itself, which also took some inspiration from the UK and others, like the Enlightenment and Native Americans, in the past. Most other governments around the world subsequently simply replicated or copied either or both of these systems. That is, the US and UK systems. So, again, to understand the fundamental problems of governance in most countries today, it is of utmost importance to study the US system and its history, since it has some of the most influential theoretical bases that underpin our own systems and many others around the world, to enable us to properly identify and resolve its inherent flaws. A proper digest of the US system and its history will begin to reveal flaws and errors of times past, which are persistent today and responsible for the problems we face in governance. Watch other videos on our page to learn more, and if you want to discover even more details and sources for any of the claims made in this video, grab a copy of the book The Tragedy Called Democracy in the 21st Century. It is the most exciting journey of education you will ever have on governance. Everything is in there. Like and subscribe. See you later.